Y'all, when I tell you that I about screamed when Glamlite announced that they were doing a collaboration with Halloween, I was like, say less. And then when I saw that it was delivered to my doorstep about 10 minutes ago, I immediately ditched my husband and came down here to film. But before we get started, guys, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you guys picked up this collection or if you plan on doing so. All right. And to begin with, I did pick up the full collection. The only thing I forgot to pick up on its own on the TikTok shop was the knife mirror. So I did have to order that from the Glamlite website, and that is on its way currently. But I have everything else here in front of me. So the very first thing is the lenticular Michael Myers bag. I haven't even taken the other stuff out of its packaging. But here's what the bag looks like. Goes between kind of like a pumpkin face. This is so cool. And it has pumpkins here on the side. And Glamlite's bags usually have a pretty decent amount of space on the inside. So here's what one side looks like. And then closing it up and opening the other side. Here you have all the space, and it's pretty deep. And then you have the strap, and it has like little pumpkins on here. So I'm very excited to have that. I do use these bags from Glamlite to store some of like my extra makeup or skincare products that don't fit in the limited space I got going on. So I'm super excited to have this. I love Halloween. The only thing to me that would beat this is if they collaborated with Terrifier. So I finally feel like an influencer. I have a PR box. I'm just joking. I purchased it on my own. So here is the full collection, including the PR box, and this thing is huge. So you can see it also has the lenticular motion right over here with the blood coming out of the eyes to simulate when Jamie Lee Curtis shot him in the eyes in the hospital. There are no words to express how excited I am right now. And then when we open it up, I will try to show you this as best I can. Here's what the inside looks like right here. Here you can see Michael, and then I haven't even opened this yet. So excited. All right. My God, I feel like a true influencer. Not really. Glamlite does a pretty good job on their packaging in terms of making sure that your products get to you safely without being broken, at least in my opinion. So, opening the box. I'm just going to pull stuff out in the order that I see them. So this is going to be the first of 2 mirrors. I do believe it is a Michael Myers face. And then, like I said, I did order the other one from the website, and it should be here, I hope, next week. All right, so here is the mirror, and it's pretty good size. It's about the size of my face. Really, really excited to have this mirror. I absolutely love how this looks. And then this is supposed to be like a little knife handle. And then the next thing that I'm seeing in here is going to be the highlighter. I think this might be the only collection that I keep everything in its original packaging. So here is what the outer box looks like. Then you open it up and it says, "It's time, Michael." Here is the highlighter. Living for the art on this. And then when we open it up, all right, well, ignoring the fact that my thumb just got dug into the imprint in here because this thing would not open. It looks like it has the pumpkin from Halloween on here on the imprint. And it's like a peach kind of gold color. Here's what it looks like. And then there's a swatch of it. Very excited to try that out. I will be doing 2 looks today, but today, instead of doing my normal full looks, I'm going to do 1 look on each eye. And then the next thing in here, I think this is their lip kit. But here's what the outside looks like. Almost looks like the old kind of movie. Yep, VHS tapes. It makes me feel old. Then opening it up, here is the lip kit right here. It comes with a lipstick, a lip gloss, and a lip liner. In my opinion, Glamlite has a really, really nice lip liner formula. This one was really creamy. Then here's the shade of the lipstick right here. Definitely a lot lighter than the lip liner. Let me swatch this as well. Creamy formula. It's probably gonna make me look like I have concealer lips, but we'll try this out. And then the next thing is gonna be the gloss, and it has kind of like this bluish tint to it. If I remember, I do believe that this kind of sheared itself out a little bit. There's no scent to it that I can pick up. Now on my hand, I can definitely see a little bit of a blue tint. But there's the gloss right there. And then for the main event is going to be the Welcome to Haddonfield palette. And I personally think that Giselle, who's the owner, absolutely nailed this color story. I've been a Michael Myers Halloween fan for a very, very long time. And I think that Glamlite 100% did this collection complete justice. Here's the inside of the packaging. It says the nightmare has only just begun. And here's the palette. Really, really think they did an incredible job on the packaging for this collection. And here's the palette. Also has the same lenticular motion on the front. That is just so cool. They did such a good job. And then opening it up, here's the color story. I think that this screams Michael Myers. I am so excited to use this palette. And then it has the... I will put a picture of the other mirror up here on the screen since that is coming to me in about a week. But I'm going to go ahead and do my brows and my eye base off camera, and I'll be right back and we'll start diving into this collection. All right, you guys, I'm back and we're going to dive on into this palette. I think I am going to do one blue kind of gray look and then one kind of brown orangish type of look. I do plan on doing more looks on this with this palette on my reels, just because I'm so excited to dive into this. This is one of my favorite Halloween movies. So I think to start with, I'm going to do the kind of brown orange kind of looks. So to start with, in my crease, I'm going to go in with the fittingly orange shade in here, and this is called Halloween Masks, and I'm going to run that in my crease. Gotta go in with the mirror. I've been watching the Halloween movies for years, and they are definitely some of my favorite movies. Now, granted, I do like the first two the best. Actually, Halloween 2 is my favorite of all of the Halloween movies. But of course, you know, I love the original classic one as well. 3 was a complete joke because Michael Myers isn't even in the third one. 4 and 5, I do like Danielle Harris. I thought she did a really good job as Jamie. But I honestly thought that 4 and 5 had 2 of the ugliest Halloween masks when it came to Michael Myers. Shades laying down really nicely. I think the series probably could have stopped after 6, but you know, then they made H2O and Resurrection, and then Rob Zombie made both of his, which I thought he did a great job on the first one personally, but I think he did an absolutely terrible job on the second one with Michael's mom essentially becoming like an angel of death and guiding him, and I just thought the whole plot was kind of corny. And then we move on into Jamie Lee Curtis's rendition of the movies. And I think the first 2 were good, but I think the third one with Michael living in a drain was really corny. Let me know down below, what are some of your favorite horror movies? Do you guys like Michael Myers? Do you guys have a different favorite? I'd love to know what you guys are into when it comes to horror. Okay, that shade is laying down really nicely. It's definitely buildable, which I really like. And then to darken up the crease, seems like an interesting color combination to combine, but bear with me. Is going to be this kind of brownish gray right here, and this is called I Always Wear a Mask. As of right now, both of these shades do not have a lot of kick up in the pan, which I really like. I know some Glamlite's palettes can have a lot of kick up, but these ones do not. Right, those shades blended together. Very nice. All right, and then I'm going to darken up the outer corner using 2 shades. I'm going to be using the dark brown right here as well as the black. And these are called Haddonfield Memorial Hospital and Every Day is Halloween. Yeah, like I said, I think Giselle did a fantastic job curating this palette. I think the names are spot on. I think the colors are spot on. And I've been looking forward to this collection since they teased it, I think 1 or 2 years ago. I'm going to be doing 2 pretty dark looks today just because I personally feel that it's Halloween, it's dark, and this palette calls for it. But I definitely plan on doing some lighter looks because this palette is versatile. It does have neutral shades in here. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit of the black in the outer corner called Every Day is Halloween, and I just want just a little bit. Now I'm going to use those last 2 shades, so I Always Wear a Mask and Halloween Masks, to blend that out. I know some people were comparing this palette to the Frosted Flakes palette. There are some similarities in here, but they're completely different from one another. So here are the 2 palettes right here. So you can clearly see that one of them, this one is obviously brighter than the Halloween one. Definitely some similar shades in here, but when you actually look at them, they are absolutely different. Both of them have really beautiful color stories. I wouldn't necessarily say that if you have one that you absolutely have to have the other. But if you want a mix of both, I think they'd be good complementary palettes to each other, especially since this one has the brighter tones and this one has the more muted tones. See, I think the two palettes together would make an absolutely beautiful palette. All right, all those shades laid down really nicely, I'm going to go ahead and lay down some glitter primer. All right, so the first shade that I'm going to go in with is going to be this really pretty kind of copper shade right here, and this is called the Relentless Michael Myers. I love orange shimmers, like red and orange are two of my favorite shimmer colors. That's a really pretty shade. And then the next one that I'm going to go in right here is this one, and this is called Irritated, and I'm going to lay that directly next to that last shade. This is like a molten kind of gold color. Absolutely beautiful. I'm here for this color. This is absolutely beautiful. And then the last shade that I'm going to go in with is this kind of white shade up here, and this is called One Good Scare, and I'm going to put that on the inner corner. Absolutely love how that looks. All right, so now we're going to be diving on into the blue shades in the palette, and I'm very excited to use a couple of these blues. So the first shade that I'm going to be going in with is going to be Angry, and it's this really beautiful kind of navy blue right here. I'm also going to put that in my crease. So it does seem like this blue does have the ability to be buildable, so that's also very nice. I know colorful makeup like blues, reds, and all of that can be kind of intimidating to some people, so I think it really helps when the shades are buildable. All right, and then to blend out that shade, I'm going to be using this kind of gray-blue color right here, and this is called Guilty. A little more kick up in the pan so far with these blue shades. So annoyed I just dropped my palette. It broke the imprint. All right, so both of these shades are kind of the same in depth. So I think the first shade that I'm going to go in with is going to be this really beautiful blue shade right here, and this is called Killin' It Since 78. That's a beautiful shade. Love the kind of green blue specks of shimmer that you see in there. That's absolutely beautiful. All right, and then the next one that I'm going to go in with is going to be this blue shade down here in the corner, and this is called Welcome to Santa Mira. I'm going to lay that over the rest of the lid. Really pretty kind of like silvery blue shade. Ooh, I love how dark that is. And then the last shade that I'm going to go in with is going to be this shade right here, and this is called He's Back. And I'm just going to tap that right in the center. Oh yeah, that's really, really pretty. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and clean up both of my eyes. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup off camera, and we'll come back and we'll do the lower lash line, the highlighter, and the lips. I'll be right back. I went ahead and put an orange in this lower waterline and a blue in this one. So now to finish off the lower lash line, on the orange eye, I'm going to go in here with Trick or Treat, and then on the blue eye, I'm going to go in with this one right here called I Always Wear a Mask. Alrighty. Next, I'm going to go into that really beautiful highlighter. Guys, this is incredibly difficult to open, unless it's just me. But I'm going to go into that beautiful kind of orange highlighter. And I am going to use this as my inner corner and brow bone highlight on both eyes, but I do want to try this as an actual highlighter first. I love orange highlighters. I'd say one of my only gripes with Glamlite is how they've been releasing everything on their TikTok shop first, just because it is only available to people in America. I get that they're blowing up over there, but I don't know if I exactly like that marketing strategy. It's not fair to everybody else. That highlighter is absolutely beautiful. All right, now I'm going to put that on the brow bone and inner corner of both eyes. I've finished with that. That highlighter is just absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I love kind of orange gold highlighters. It's just really hard to find something that goes well on somebody who's as pale as I am. So last but not least is going to be the lip kit. And I won't lie, I am slightly nervous about how pale this lipstick is. But we're going to try it. Use the lip liner first. Look like a biker chick from the 90s. And now we're going to go in to the lipstick. Please don't look like concealer lips. Yeah, not really a flattering color on me. I see what they were going for with the kind of cool toned, kind of nudie color. However, I don't necessarily think that this looks flattering on me. But if we're going to talk about the formula, it was creamy. It doesn't feel dry. It went on really nicely. Same thing with the lip liner. But the color is a little questionable. I think this would look probably a lot nicer on someone with a deeper skin tone. But now we're going to move into the lip gloss. And actually, it smells like it kind of has like a very faint berry smell. That is incredibly, incredibly smooth on the lips. Very, very, very comfortable. All right, you guys, and this is the final look. So I'm going to zoom you guys on out and give you guys my final opinions on the Glamlite and Halloween 2 collection. I won't lie, I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes looking at this lip color, and honestly, it's actually kind of growing on me. I don't know, I think just it having a shine and adding that kind of cool tone blue gloss on top of it. Maybe it's just the two looks with this lip color kind of throwing me off, but the color is growing on me. I'll definitely have to try with other things. What are my final thoughts and opinions on the Halloween 2 and Glamlite collection? I am so happy that I picked this up. So starting off, the mirror, I think this is absolutely incredible. Love like the knife handle, absolutely love the mask on here with the bleeding eyes. Love the size of this. But if you don't want mirrors, obviously you don't need to pick this up. Then the next thing is going to be the highlighter. I absolutely love this highlighter. I love the shift of it, kind of the orange, icy kind of gold color. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Before my finger ruined it, it did have kind of like a pumpkin imprint in it. Didn't emphasize any of the texture on my skin, went on really smoothly. This isn't a glittery highlighter, at least not in my opinion. And yeah, I'm very, very happy to add this to my collection. I will be getting a lot of use out of this. As I mentioned, the lipstick, the lip liner, and the gloss. At first, really wasn't a huge fan of the color of this lipstick. It is very nudie, but almost concealer lips on some people. I feel that it came off lighter on the lips than it did in the component, but once I sat here for a minute and actually looked at it with both of the looks, the color is growing on me. But if you don't like kind of the more pale tone nudes, this probably will not be for you. Lipstick was creamy, lip liner was creamy, no complaints there. I absolutely love this. I think it is incredibly smooth and comfortable on the lips. I really love the shine that it added in that kind of cool blue gray kind of hue that it added to the lips as well. Very happy to have that. The knife mirror is coming, so I didn't get to review that on my channel, but I'm excited to get that. And then last but not least, obviously, the palette. I love this palette. I absolutely love the cover art on this. I think it's incredible. And then the color story, at least to me, 100% screams Michael Myers with all of the cool tones and then the oranges. And I'm very, very happy with how the looks turned out. As per usual, and some slight bias, the Glamlite formula with their mattes is really, really nice. Some of the shades did have a little bit more kick up than others. The shimmers are absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Very, very happy with how these turned out. And so overall, this palette absolutely gets 2 shining thumbs up for me. And I'm super excited that I picked up this whole collection because I love Michael Myers. Oh, and then can't forget the bag. Obviously, this is probably an unnecessary purchase for many people, but I do love the cover on here. Still has a lenticular motion on the front here, and I think it's just an absolutely beautiful bag. They killed this collection, pun intended, and I'm super happy that I picked it up. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts and opinions on the Glamlite collection with Halloween 2. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments down below. Did you guys like this collection? Are you planning on picking it up? Did you pick it up? What do you think of the color story? Let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching another one of my videos today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel because I do upload between 3 to 5 times every single week. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.